Ah, bonjour, classe de français. Okay, so you obviously are going to notice that I am not in class today, but you're still going to do the work that we would have done anyways. And what we're doing today is a practice quiz. And the practice quiz is what's called a response quiz. And a response quiz is what you would say back to somebody in French if they said this thing to you. So what you need before you start this, and you can put this on hold if you don't have these things, you need a pencil or a pen. You need a piece of paper, and then you need to listen to this. You can listen with another person, but you should do your own work there, because obviously when we do the quiz, you're not going to be able to look on somebody else's paper. So this is a practice. It doesn't impact your grade at all. It's really to see what you still need to study. So I'm going to read what I would say 3 times, and you write down what you would respond. And for some of them, there are a couple different answers. You can write more than one answer, which is great. You don't have to write. People always ask, does spelling count? So if it's close, I'm probably going to give it to you. However, and don't worry about accents, for instance. However, if it's really far off, you'll probably only get partial credit. The other thing is if you understand what I'm saying, but you're not sure how to answer in French, at least write down what it means, and you'd get partial credit, because it will show me that at least you understand the greeting, you just don't know how to respond. And at the end, you're going to get a you're going to go ahead and get the answer sheet, and I want you to write down a correct answer on that for each response. If you have a correct answer, that's great. You just put a little correct mark. But you're going to correct your work by writing down at least one correct response from that. So let's go. Okay, here we go. The first one. If somebody said to you, bonjour, what would you say? What would you say back? And write that down. Okay? Bonjour. Bonjour. Okay. Numéro 2. If somebody said to you, ça va? How would you answer? Ça va? Ça va? And remember, there may be several answers for it. And when I give you the answer sheet, you'll see what the possible choices are. Numéro 3. If somebody says to you, comment t'appelles-tu? Comment t'appelles-tu? Comment t'appelles-tu? How would you answer? You can use, I want you to try to use a full sentence. If you just give a one-word response, I'll give you partial credit, but I want you to try and use a full sentence, and when you see the answer sheet, you'll know what the full sentence would be. Okay? Numéro 4. Où habites-tu? Où habites-tu? Où habites-tu? The other possible question that could be used for number 4 would be, d'où viens-tu? D'où viens-tu? D'où viens-tu? You can answer either one of those questions for number 4. Numéro 5. If somebody said to you, merci, 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 how would you answer? Write it down. A lot of you guys know this in Spanish. It actually begins the same way in French. Okay, numéro 6. If I said to you, au revoir, au revoir, au revoir, how would you respond? I say this to you every afternoon that you come before you leave my class. And once again, there are several answers you could use there. Spelling doesn't count on the practice, but you're going to want to correct your spelling if it's not correct. Just look at the answer sheet. Okay, and numéro 7. If I said to you, ah, je te présente Ruby. Je te présente Ruby. Je te présente Ruby. How would you answer? I'm going to go ahead and read all of these one more time so that you guys can check your work. And then you're going to go ahead and get the answer sheet and correct your work. And then for the rest of the class, you guys can also be working on the Quizlet on the greetings. That is practice either 2 or 3. It says practicing greetings with Quizlet. It's either practice 2 or practice 3 in lesson 3 on the website. And you can go ahead and practice that. If you haven't finished taping your dialogue greeting, which I think most of you have, but if you haven't finished taping your dialogue greeting, as soon as you finish this activity, you should finish taping the dialogue and then work on the Quizlet. If you have finished taping your dialogue after this activity, you can work right on the Quizlet. Okay, so I'm going to read them all one more time. Numéro 1, bonjour. Numéro 2, ça va? Numéro 3, comment t'appelles-tu? Numéro 4, où habites-tu? Numéro 5, oh, remember numéro 4 could either be où habites-tu or d'où viens-tu, either one of those. Okay, numéro 5, merci. Numéro 6, au revoir. Et numéro 7, je te présente. Merci, au revoir, un bon week-end.